Yo, what's good everyone? Welcome to the Fantasy Football Prodigy channel. And in this lineup setting video, we're going to be doing things a little differently. I'm on a family vacation and I'm in Florida. And yes, I am sitting in a shower with my laptop in my hand and I'm recording my face cam with my cell phone. So I'm going the extra mile to show you guys me setting my lineups this week. So we're going to keep it pretty simple this week here because, I'm not at the setup. So I'll just get right into it. Just like every week, we're going to start setting the lineups here with our League of Bros. This is a non-PPR league. Sorry about this little thing right here. I'm not sure what that is, but we're just going to vibe. This is our recap from week 6. I did get the win. You can see my roster right here. Rhamondre, Stevenson, one of my starts of the week from last week. He went off. Tyreek did what he does. And my special teams combined for 26 points. Taking a look at the bench, nothing too crazy going on there. In terms of transactions, I did drop Rachaad White and I added Jimmy Garoppolo because I do have Kirk Cousins on bye. I am going up against a team that does not have a win yet in this league, but they do actually have a pretty decent team. I think they're like 4th in the league in points scored or something like that. Last time I checked, somewhere around there. And this is a 12-team league, by the way, non-PPR. I think I said that, 1 quarterback. So I'm going to be starting Jimmy Garoppolo against Kansas City with Kirk Cousins on bye. We saw last week against the Falcons when the 49ers were down. They had to throw the ball to keep up. I think it's going to be a similar game script in Jimmy G. Hopefully he gets a couple touchdowns. And they just added Christian McCaffrey, so he should be used in the passing game because as of this recording, it is expected that McCaffrey will play a little bit, even though he won't be a full-time player, most likely just because they just added him via trade. He still should be used on, some simple passes, a few runs, nothing too crazy. And then at running back, Jonathan Taylor, he's back from his injury. As of this recording, he should be playing. I'm starting him. Rhamondre Stevenson, I think Damien Harris has a good chance of playing. I am still playing Rhamondre Stevenson against Chicago. He's still good even with Damien Harris active. And I think the Patriots win the game and they're going to run the ball a lot. Tyreek good matchup with Pittsburgh. You start him even in the worst matchup, so in the best matchup you're playing him. Courtland Sutton against the Jets. So Russell Wilson is not going to be playing last I heard. Sorry, I'm going to be saying a lot of last I heard because I've been at Disney World and stuff like that a lot lately. So I haven't been super up to date on the news, but I've been trying my best here. So even with Russell Wilson not playing, he is dealing with an injury, so it is possible that a healthy backup might even be better for the offense than a injured version of Russell Wilson. But either way, it also comes down to my other options. So in this league, I lost Javonte Williams. Miles Sanders is on bye, so I'm just going to go with Courtland Sutton. David Njoku, he's a very solid start at this point, pretty much every week. So I'm going to go with him and then DK Metcalf against the Chargers. Like I said, no Miles Sanders, he's on bye. Javonte Williams is on injured reserve, so I'm obviously not going to play him. And then the Patriots defense against the Bears, that is a smash play. Sorry, I don't know what that was. I thought I made another transaction too earlier. Oh, I did drop Devin Duvernay and add Kyren Williams. Or what did I do here? I don't even know. Long story short, I added Kyren Williams to my IR because he might have a role if Cam Akers gets traded. Moving on to the auction league. This is half PPR, 2 quarterback. We had an auction draft, so we got the auction league of bros. These are both redraft leagues that we've gone over so far. And I did get my first win of the season in this league last year. So I'm 1-5 in this league. And in that previous league, I am 4-2. So we had an 0-2 start in every league, and then we were 1-2, 1-2, and then 0-3. This is the league I was 0-3 in, but I did get my win here. It's looking like Deon Jackson. I was deciding between him and Devin Duvernay, and I even put up a Twitter poll on my Twitter, and the Twitter poll said to go with Duvernay, but I trusted my gut. I went with Deon Jackson. And he was my highest scoring player, 23.1 points, so I'm glad I did that. Kenneth Walker had a nice game as well. Zeke on the bench in a tough matchup, 15.1, but it's nice to see him have life. We are going to be talking him later. And Brandin Cooks was on bye. And I did have Javonte in this league as well. So no Javonte, no JT, but we're getting JT back, so things are looking up here. We got our first win. So yeah, that's definitely a vibe. In terms of recent transactions, here's what's been going on in our league. This Brian Robinson for Eno Benjamin trade, ignore that because we made it, but then it didn't go through because Brian Robinson had already played, so then we just agreed to cancel it. I wanted to play Eno Benjamin and just for a 1 week start and I'm trading away Brian Robinson, who has more season-long value, but it ended up not happening. But it's good because last week only had like 8 points, and I probably would have taken out Deon Jackson, so that would have sucked. But looking at my team here, whoa, spoiler alert. Sorry, I don't know what's going on with this laptop situation. I mean, that just happened. I still have this thing on my screen. I don't know what that is. I really apologize. I don't know what that is either. We're just gonna ignore that. I might have had to cover my screen there because a password came up. Listen, guys, this is why I like to stay at my setup, okay? Anyways, and if you're wondering why I'm talking kind of quiet, my family is asleep out there, so I'm recording this at like 2 a.m., so I really do want to get this video out. Anywho, recent transactions. I added Wan'Dale Robinson for 11 out of 200 fab, and I dropped Duvernay, and I dropped Deon Jackson. So, Wan'Dale Robinson, wide receiver of the New York Giants. Moving on to our Week 7 matchup here. I have only played Zach Ertz. I made the tough decision to start him over Gerald Everett. Everett had the better matchup, but Ertz has been great for fantasy. I was of the mind that once DeAndre Hopkins came back, Zach Ertz would not be as relevant for fantasy, but that was before Marquise Brown suffered that injury. So Zach Ertz should continue to operate as the number 2. Unfortunately, he just did not have a good game. So in hindsight, luckily he did get a 2-point conversion, but in hindsight, I wish I would have played Gerald Everett in a killer matchup against the Seahawks. At quarterback, I am going to be starting Dak and Geno Smith in the Superflex. Kirk Cousins is on bye in this week as well for me. At running back, now this is where we have a tough decision. Jonathan Taylor, Ezekiel Elliott, Kenneth Walker, Aaron Jones. And now we got that going on. Gotta turn my volume down. There we go, okay. Anywho, as of now, I got Jonathan Taylor as an auto start, Kenneth Walker in a good matchup with the Chargers, gotta play him. And then the tough decision here, Ezekiel Elliott or Aaron Jones. I think Ezekiel Elliott is a smash play. He has the better matchup, but Aaron Jones, he has week winning upside, okay? So that's where it's tough. If you look at my matchup here, my opponent does have a pretty good team, and I already have one player who played, and he didn't do very well. So I might want to put Aaron Jones in there just in case he has one of his big games. But I think Ezekiel Elliott is almost guaranteed to score double-digit fantasy points, like good bet for a touchdown or 100 yards. Plus, I already have Dak, so this limits my upside playing Dak and Zeke. As of now, I have Zeke in there, but if I do make any changes, I will always comment it down below and put it in the description. So as of now, I have Zeke, but that could be changed to Aaron Jones. To me, that's the toughest decision I have to make this week. And then there's another one we have to make, a quarterback involving Tom Brady later on. So Jalen Waddle, if he is active, I will be playing him against Pittsburgh, unless it comes out that he's going to be in like a snap count or something like that. But luckily, I do have Jacoby Myers, and luckily he is playing on Monday night while Waddle is playing on Sunday night. So, if Jacoby Myers was playing like at noon, I probably wouldn't know for sure if Waddle was going to play, so I'd have to make that decision at noon or something like that, or pick up like Cedric Wilson if he's even active for the Dolphins, just so I had someone to pivot to on Sunday or Monday night. But luckily we have those two options, and then Brandin Cooks, hopefully he can have a nice game, we'll see. And then Metcalf, I start him pretty much every week. This is pretty much the lineup here. The only real tough call is Aaron Jones or Zeke, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. No matter what I do, it'll probably be the wrong call, but it is what it is. I did get a win in our Dynasty League. I'm going to keep this short and sweet. I tweeted about it. I talked about it a lot on Twitter and stuff, but this matchup was absolutely insane. Basically, it came down to was it Monday night, I think? Chargers-Broncos game, one of the worst games of all time. I had Mike Williams, Courtland, Sutton, and the Chargers defense. I was down about 10 points, and they didn't get it, right? Going into overtime. So I needed overtime. I was down by like 2 or so points, a little less than 2 actually. And my receivers didn't catch a pass. I might have been down 3 and there was a sack that made me down 2, but long story short, in the end of the game, I was down 2 points, okay? And then I text the group chat, there's a better chance of the Chargers getting a turnover than my receivers catching a pass. If you watch the game, Broncos muff a punt, Chargers scoop it up, +2, 4, prodigious. I am up by like 0.04 at that point. And then Mike Williams makes another catch to secure the dub, just to make sure. And that's how we won. But this is sort of the matchup. My team didn't do great, honestly. McCaffrey did well, but other than that, Mixon, Sanders did well, Godwin did all right, but I should have played Matt Ryan. We all knew it. Everybody knew. Chase Claypool finally showed some life after I traded Debo Samuel away for him right after Debo took off and right before Debo became like that guy. So anyways, it is what it is. But yeah, that's pretty nice. I played the Chargers over the Cardinals last week, and that was a mistake. And I made that same mistake again this week. The Cardinals played the Saints on Thursday Night Football and had 2 touchdowns, 17 points, and they were on my bench. So I got the Chargers against Seattle. I did get DeAndre Hopkins back though, so that is nice. He had a nice game in his return. And this is my opponent. I mean, he's down bad. I believe he's traded some players because he's rebuilding. -2 points for the defense. Logan Thomas, Christian Watson, Dobbins are out. No Carson Wentz. Not that he would play him over Lamar Jackson anyways. But Devontae Smith on bye. Elijah Moore is out. Higbee's on bye. Jamison Williams is his rookie, so he hasn't played yet. But he also has Javonte. So, and Rashad Penny. So this team is down bad. So that's kind of why I'm going with a little bit safer approach here maybe this week. The hardest decision in this league is Tua or Tom Brady. I'm going with Tua as of now. It's sort of like the Zeke Aaron Jones thing. I might change my mind. We'll see. I just like the matchup for Tua, and if he has his weapons, I think both Tom Brady and Tua are a safe bet for at least a couple touchdowns. But I just don't see the Buccaneers going crazy like that, just because I think they'll win easily. And I don't know how much they'll put the pedal to the metal, like when they're up 30-6, are they just going to keep, but if they do get up like that, Tom Brady's going to score, obviously. You know what I mean? But that's a tough call. It's a tough call. But Joe Mixon, Atlanta, smash play, Jonathan Taylor, duh. And I am playing McCaffrey in this league, even if he is on a snap count. I think they'll just ask him to, run a few routes, get a few carries, not do anything crazy. But when he's healthy, you play McCaffrey, especially in PPR. Unless it comes out that he's going to play 10 snaps, then I'll make an adjustment and I'll comment it down below. James Robinson is in the lineup, Mike Williams and Chris Godwin. I'm playing Kyle Pitts with, Dallas Goedert on bye, and Dalton Schultz not doing what I thought he would this year. So Brady and Tua, that is a tough call. We have to still kind of figure out, but I'll probably make it the wrong decision at the last minute. Miles Sanders is on bye. DJ Moore against Tampa, no thank you. In this league, I am playing James Robinson over Courtland Sutton, just because the Jets' defense is actually pretty solid, and Sauce Gardner is locking people up. Their defense is playing pretty well. And even though James Robinson has been disappointing the last few weeks after a hot start, I think he's the safer play than Courtland Sutton, if that makes sense. I think he'll see 10 plus carries, maybe a catch or 2. I don't even know necessarily what his target totals have been lately, but so he might get a catch, maybe not, we'll see. But I think he'll be hopefully solid because we need him to, but I might change it at the last second, we'll see. But as of now, I'm going with James Robinson just because I have the lead. I'm going to take that running back volume, whereas Courtland Sutton, I think he's more likely to disappear like we saw last week. So anywho, I think these are all the decisions that we have here. I'm going to end this video now to keep it sort of short. But yeah, hopefully we can get this video out to you guys. Wish me luck posting this. I think we should be good. But yeah, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Again, sorry about this thing on the screen. But anywho, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Make sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.